All right. Ugh. I also, speaking of which, every 30 minutes I gotta stand up and stretch because my body is very weak these days, and I really gotta, yeah. So let me just stand up, take my little 30-second run around the room break. Okay, thanks. All right, we got to figure out something to put on the stream while I do that, so that it's just not just a chair, you know. Um, Dude, I did like the simplest workout yesterday. 3 sets, 10 reps of lunges and squats, and that killed my legs. That alone killed my legs. That's just how weak I am right now. I'm so weak. I need to start working out because it's like actually affecting my sleep. Like, I don't know if my joints are really weak or something, but just sleeping is already painful enough. It's already painful enough. Does the world play bone rattling noises when you move? What are you trying to say? How about swimming? I could do swimming, but dude, public pools and even my own apartment's pool is kind of gross a little bit. I don't know. And also the pool is closed, I'm pretty sure. Your apartment has a pool? Holy fuck, rich ass motherfucker. Hell, no, what? Your apartment has a pool. Not my apartment, like my I mean the unit, the complex, the thing, the come on guys, come on. The last time I went there though, there was a shit ton of like bugs and shit in there. Brother's living in a penthouse on God. Bluetooth when someone orders fucking McDonald's. Holy shit, they're rich. No, I'm just stupid. Don't get it twisted. Okay, cool. I haven't eaten McDonald's in 8 months. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. McDonald's is like toxic sludge. I did, however, eat Chick-fil-A yesterday. I won't lie. Add showers with a monster that only kills you if you drop the soap. Maybe we could put a little shower area in the prison, in the prison car. That could be kind of funny. Taco Bell is good eating. Yeah. Taco Bell, the fast food place. If you want a laxative, good place for a laxative. You know what we could do? We could have more cubicles on one side if I just maybe extend this wall. But then it feels kind of awkward. So maybe we can make this kind of asymmetrical, the whole cubicle area. I do think we've put too much space for the meeting room. I won't lie. Like, especially when we look at this space, like it's not an enormous space. We could make it so it's not two-sided hallways and actually just extend the wall towards one direction. And I ain't talking one direction like the band. Okay, hide these walls. I can't deal with you walls anymore, okay? Hide the walls. It's like playing Sims. Oh, it is the same. Here's what I'm gonna do. I think it's just so much more interesting if it's just one side hallway. We're gonna extend it. That window is really gonna piss me off. Okay, here's an idea. We make this a two thickness wall. I swear I thought I had a 3 meter. I don't. For some reason. And then we can move this back. What do you want to extend the wall with a band? What do you mean? So we have a little bit more space in the meeting area. I might make it so one of these glass windows are broken, or maybe we could, or maybe we make the glass windows destructible. Huh? Huh? Hey. Suit for hire developer here. I've got yet again another set of windows that will crash your game. Watch this. Oh, that's the second floor. God, this naming is fucking ass. What is wrong with me? Whatever. I really hate how it just ruins my naming. You said One Direction. I'm pretty sure you're talking about the band. I'm not talking about the band. I'm not talking about the band. No, I'm explicitly not talking about the band. Have you seen Gary's other mod named Sandbox? I have. It looks cool, man. But I'm not a real game developer, so I can't use any other game engine. This is a train. Yeah, it's a train office. It's an office on a train. Don't ask questions. Listen, it's best if you don't ask any questions. Okay, so the meeting room extended. I think that's good. We could always make it so the glass is breakable, which I think would be fun. Because then it makes a really loud noise, but it's let's say you have to really get out. Then you can. Okay, let's see the other side of the wall again. Yes. Yes, very good. Very good. Very good. Let's get some, let me see. I should have some, okay, maybe not desk, but table. I was hoping I could find like an office desk, but I guess we're just sticking with this. Guess we're sticking with this for now. So this will be like the front entrance area. We'll have a little office chair here. A little computer. Yeah. Is Brad Pitt going to be the main player character? No. Can you explain me your game? I don't know what your game is about. It's okay, easiest terms. It's like Lethal Company / Repo, but on a train. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's like a co-op survival horror. Guys, speaking of trains, this has nothing to do with trains actually. I watched Ford v Ferrari yesterday. I've only seen it through YouTube clips originally, so being able to see the full movie was quite nice. A very nice movie. Very well-made movie. Very well-made movie. What vehicle is a train? I don't know, but this ain't a real train, so... A train is a locomotive. It's a, I don't know, it's just, it's on rails and shit. Even he doesn't know what the game is, he's just coding? Dude, I don't even code. Does your train have a face? It kinda, not really, but it... You know how, like, when you look at the front of a car, you can kind of envision it having, like, a personality slash face? That's kind of what the train's got going. It doesn't really have a face. It just kind of feels like it's got a vibe to it. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Will this run on my Samsung Smart Fridge Pro Max? No, probably not. No. No. As a matter of fact, no. This doesn't really look like cubicles. This might get some adjusting. Will it support DLSS 5? No. No. That's an insult. How dare you ask that question? It's extremely insulting. Game doesn't even run on a fridge. Fuck the fridge. This is the most chaotic office structure, like, in existence. And honestly, it's exactly why I'm doing it this way. Shit's all kind of fucked up. Alright, so now, office chair. Office chair. Now you're wondering, is a chair on wheels in a train a good idea? No, it's not. However, that's what makes it funny. What's the game called? It's going to be called, or well, it is called Train Rot. Like, it's like brain rot, but train. Conductor for hire. Am I going to implement physics rolling chairs? No, probably not. These are probably going to be static. These are probably going to be static. TBH. Probably going to be static, if I were to guess. Okay, then we get some little monitors in here and stuff. There's not a lot of space for two people to work here, but we got to make do. We're in a train after all. Is this the LinkedIn cart? Not sponsored. Not sponsored. So we'll just slap these block out meshes just to kind of get an idea of what this is supposed to be. Cool. All right. And then for shits and giggles, let's just get an armchair here. You know, maybe this is a social media platform tech office where they get nothing fucking done. No one actually gets any work done. It's fake. It's not even real. Is there going to be an office theme of music in this room? I don't know. Oh, this looks good though, actually. This actually looks kind of good. I fuck with it. Okay, we got to make sure that we can run around these objects without getting stuck. We can get underneath the tables. Very good. The glass windows, I can't tell that they're there. It's probably because of the exposure settings, if I were to guess. Okay. Okay, things are looking up. Things are looking good. This is a good start. We do need our meeting table, so let's put like a big, long schlong meeting table in here. Be interesting if one of the chairs has fallen over. I feel like that'd be kind of fun looking. All right. This guy got fired. Whoever this was, that he fired, gone, eradicated. Eradicated. This should probably be in the middle of the meeting table. Just makes more sense. Although it does mean that we have some lighting that's going to be a bit off, but that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's add this. I got to change how this system works, but whatever. Let's add this to the lineup of what trains can be spawned in. If I remember where this goes. No, this is not it. I don't know why the main engine car is what does this stuff. Kind of not smart, but whatever. Let's see here. The office car. Yes. Now, we do need to put a bunch of item spawns in here. It is lacking in the item spawn department. But let's just see if we can get this in game to see what it looks like. Watch this one. Yes. Oh shit, dude. Yes. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Little item spawns under the tables and stuff. All right, okay, okay, all right, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And then if we can make the windows destructible, that'd be even more cool. Oh yeah. This has a vibe to it. I like it. And then literally right across, we got a cargo area. Cool. Dude, hell yeah. Something that I think I would be cool. Right now, all of the trains spawn in the exact same direction. I feel like it'd be really cool if we could flip them. Like randomize them being flipped. So then that way, instead of you starting where the meeting area is, you could start like in this direction. I feel like that'd be really cool. Because right now, literally every single time you see this, it's going to look like that. Now, I don't know how much would break. I don't know how much of this would break. But... yeah. That could be kind of cool. I would maybe... I might... you know what? Let's try it. I think I might actually be able to do it. Like, we have get actor rotation. The problem is, I think each of the train cabins... No, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Make this a float, so it'll be 0, 1. Multiply this by 180. And let's see if we can flip the train cars without... Oh shit. I think it's already working. Okay, I tried to fucking go into spectator mode. Forgot it's the wrong button. Okay, my only concern is maybe some of the WPO and stuff might break. I think this is... You're wearing the shirt, you have to say it's working in the correct way. Wait, what would the Star Wars context for it's working? It's working? It's working. Who would say that? Probably like fucking Han Solo or something. Anakin Pod Racer? Oh. Episode 1. Working it is. Dude, I don't know how much would break if we try to rotate this. That's my only problem. I think this is rotated. The VFX are working just fine because I coded them in a very good way. I just love seeing an office, dude, in a fucking train. I think that's just it's an element of ridiculousness that I'm really happy about. Some of these desks should be like separated though, so then that way you gotta like, you can't just go underneath every desk. Should make it like 1980s yuppie coke-fueled stock exchange office vibe. I was thinking I was gonna make it like techie, not getting any work done vibe, but we can honestly do anything. We could do anything with this space. I think the monitors, we're gonna completely change these. These are gonna be box monitors, 100% box monitors. You fucking kidding me, man? These are gonna be fucking CRTs, box monitors. Big, chunky, cream-colored boxes. Is this also... Yes, this is also flipped. Dude, okay, this is sick. I like it being flipped, because then it just makes things feel a little different. Are the items still spawning, though? Yeah, it is. It's just for some reason there's like no item spawns in here. This one flipped? I wouldn't be able to tell. It looks the exact same both ways. Cool. Like that episode of that cartoon where someone got paid in shares. Was it Simpsons? I don't know. Simpsons does literally everything. So you could say anything? Yeah, Simpsons. This happening? Yeah, Simpsons. They do everything. They've done literally everything. They know what the, like, next 45 years of the future is gonna be. Like... Rubber ducky. Okay, I like the office vibe. It's sick. We gotta put some more item spawns in there, and then I think honestly we're good to like leave it as is for the blockout. I'm not too worried about getting more done on it. When are we getting a train cart inside of a train cart? Okay, listen, let's not get too fucking crazy here, okay? A little crazy once in a while is fine, but let's not get too crazy here, okay? How do I mark locations for players to know where to drag/drop stuff to? Green antline is apparently not enough. Any suggestions? A big fucking yellow arrow that's blinking very brightly and makes a very loud noise. There you go. There you go, baby. There you go. When all else fails, get some new players. Honestly, you know what? You know what I think we're seeing? I think we're seeing a trend where people are okay with not being fed all of the information in the world ever. You know what I mean? I think things are gonna make a comeback where... Isn't there a water cooler in here? I swear there's a water cooler mesh in here. I swear, I swear, I swear. I swear. I swear it. Swear to me. Because I'm a little worried, like, with this game, if I don't really want to hold the player's hand too much. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I have a strong feeling that could backfire. But by holding the hand too much, I feel like that also backfires and kind of loses some of the charm of figuring things out yourself. Or as a group with friends. And whatnot. Guys, I think I hallucinated. There's no water cooler. Maybe that's just in Suit for Hire. Man. Man. Oh, man. Oh, whatever. Have I ever tried playing The Long Dark? I have not. I'd like to play the second game when that comes out, though. I want to put a spanner in the works, but the office feels weird being a full room because everybody who's on the train would have to go through the office. Exactly. That's what makes it funny. But additionally, there are the side hallways, so... But yeah, the idea is, yeah, it is weird in that the way these things are structured doesn't make sense because you'd have an office and then a cargo area. So it's meant to be kind of weird and peculiar. How is Crimson Desert? Anyone played? I haven't really heard many good things. I haven't heard many good things, at least on my end. But that being said, I haven't been like looking for... I'm just not really interested. It just looks like Black Desert Online, but single player, to be honest. To me personally. So I don't really care much for it. Get juked. Does the internet ever have anything good to say anymore? No. There's rats in this damn library. Yeah, I've heard big complaints about the controls being extremely clunky, apparently. That was the main biggest concern I've heard from people. I can see that, but so are Dark Souls controls, but we're not allowed to say that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not disagreeing with you. Souls games have had a history of some very odd controls at periods of time. I'm like not seeing The Office anymore. I don't know, for me, if I were to play a game like Crimson Desert, I would probably just play Black Desert Online, to be honest. Personally. What is that? Oh, it's the... I did not notice at all. It's the fucking test monster stuck in a chair. I just saw the red arrow and I see the capsule. Am I gonna have different footstep sounds for different floors? Yes. For now, this is just how it is right now. When did you make an office? Literally today. Like the past 30, 40 minutes we've been working on it. I'm noticing a problem. The things that are being flipped are constantly being flipped now. Not sure if this is just placebo and I just haven't seen enough. You put some of those Corpo Slop inspiration posters on the wall? Oh yeah, totally. See, The Office keeps spawning like that. Is it actually flipping? I need to see it being not flipped now. This keeps being flipped as well. Guys? You guys, something weird is going on. It's just constantly being flipped now. Wait a second. I know we're using the same value. So I think it's the fact that we're using the same value for the array item, and the stream just chooses the same value for this shit. Which is, as you can imagine, not helpful. Okay, so let's do this. This needs to be a different, like, algorithm. Cars loaded. Then multiply this by the route index. Plus the train seed. Make this the new calculation. Let's see if this is a little bit more random. Okay, library is flipped. Let's see if the library can become not flipped. Okay, the office is not flipped anymore. Cargo looks flipped. With a flatbed, the cargo looks flipped. This is, you know, not flipped. This looks flipped now. Yeah, each room will kind of have a little bit of a gimmick. Not a gimmick, but it'll have certain cars will have unique elements. Like the library will have a safe. So you got to find certain books and solve the safe. And then that gives you extra items, maybe currency, whatever. There'll also be specific monsters, like the bookshelf monster, where it'll crush you if you get too close to it, and it'll just be randomly placed somewhere in the library. The office might have some unique tasks as well to that area. The cargo area might have some like openable crates, but requires a certain item to break them open. So like that might be a thing there. The kitchen spawns the chef. You do some stuff in the kitchen as well. Like the kitchen will have like burners and stuff so you can cook things as well. Laundromat might have some additional unique tasks like putting clothing into like specific things, right? So there's going to be definitely there's going to be like little unique things to each little one. Maybe not all of them. Like the cargo and the flatbed might not necessarily have some like unique stuff. Maybe the flatbed might have some like metal containers that you can break open using like bolt cutters. So like that'll become an item in the game at some point in the future. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have some unique stuff. Like I want every area to have like its own little unique element when possible, of course. So yeah, within reason as well. We don't want to overwhelm the players with too much stuff too. I don't want to overwhelm the players. Need to add this ability for yourself? What is this, Omicron? So wait, was he able to like join his session? You know, the problem with doing that is we've seen that a few times with certain games doing that.
Completely flat. Good luck, Flippy.
Completely flat? What does that mean?
It means, Flippy, you have to be very flat. Okay, good luck. Bye-bye.
Can you hear me? What does that mean? You can hear me?
It's I feel like it's a breach of privacy to some extent.
What the hell just happened?
Of course I can hear you, Flippy. This is like the first time you talked back to me, though. But it is so lovely to have a conversation for one. Anyway, let's go, Flippy.
Adam with Reflect Studios got a lot of backlash for doing that. Wasn't he just kind of annoying about it, though? From what I remember hearing, is like he would like purposefully kill people in their run or some shit. That's annoying.
Here we go. Ready? Yes. Time to fire.
Are you a dev?
Remember, land flat.
Hey, are you a dev?
No, Flippy, I'm the narrator. You silly.
How are you responding to me?
Wee.
Are you a dev?
And you know, you've done really good time.
No.
We have been this whole time.
Wait, hold on. I get
right here in front of you.
Oh my god! What is happening right now?
We're playing together, Flippy. Just like we have been this whole time.
Am I on?
Well, off to the cake we go. Whee! Come on, Flippy, you can do it now. I believe in you.
Good job, Flippy. You're
Big
such a
jumpies
good
now.
student.
Nice, good.
It's funny though. It is funny. See, that's harmless to some extent. He would trigger events in the game. Yeah, I think there comes a point where, yeah, if it's like malicious, like shit that a 9-year-old would do, yeah, I probably would not do it as a developer because that's just kind of annoying. But if it's like something harmless but really special like that, I feel like that's okay. But I think some people would still be kind of like, Dev joining the streamer's lobby that's probably set to private and whatever and blah blah blah, you know what I mean? Harmless fun equals good? Yeah, I think that's harmless. If anything, it's special. It's a special moment for that individual. Having the narrator join their lobby. Come on, Flippy. I don't know if this... I don't think we can just do this as a calculation for this seed. But we need it to be consistent across all clients because the way that I do my stuff is stupid, but you know how it is. I haven't seen the cargo room in the first area. Is it constantly... Oh, is it constantly being mirrored because all of these values are the same? No, that shouldn't... That wouldn't make any sense because the train seed is supposed to randomize. Is the train seed not being randomized? It is being randomized from the game state. Is the game state randomizing it? It is randomizing it. Huh. Is it possible this is just getting 0 as the value? Okay, hold on. Toggle breakpoint. No, it has the number. So it is random. How is it that the first train car... Oh, the route index is probably 0. Which would make sense. Stupid. Oh, shit, that's random. But is it constantly flipped? We can't let it... Okay, we got to test to see... that looks non-flipped. This looks not flipped. The same... Okay. Yeah. Same thing again. Same thing again. Okay. Cars loaded, multiplied by 48. The thing is, this is not a very good, like, way to test this. If I could use the game time, or, like, a clock time for this, that could be good. But that won't work. Unless I, like, save the clock time on the game state. And that's like we use that as a number, but we're already using train seed, which is already a random number. What if we take the cars loaded and then multiply that by this number and then multiply this by the route index and then add that together? It's still not really like random. It still won't really be random. See, that's fine. We need to be able to see that, like, these cars are different. Okay, the library is different. Let's see. We need to see the same type of car, but at least flipped once. Oh, this one's flipped. Okay, now it's a little bit more... That's actually a little bit more random, I would hope. I think. I don't know what that noise is, by the way, for the library. I don't know what that noise is. I wish I knew. Alright, let's just assume it's fine. Let's just assume it's fine. Is it the doors loading in? I think so. I think it's the door. Oh, shit. That's funny. Oh. Coming through. There's a bomb guy at the end of in the middle of this room. I do have to make it so he actually does listen. So if you play a noise or make a really loud noise close by to him, he'll wake up and then run at you. Seeing you jump at the box's new cart idea, the floor is lava. We could do that, however, that could result in a really quick death, which might annoy some players. Whereas instead, I'd rather do like a jumping puzzle or whatever to get like access to items. I'm cranking it. I'm cranking them. Okay. Cool. So this area will have like older computer screens. Older technology. Should look pretty cool. I love how when you get out of the train, you just don't hear him anymore. Hey, how are you? You know what's also going to be great with interacting with items is when the items have completely different item sounds. I have a feeling that's going to be a really satisfying change, is when everything has different material sounds rather than the same thing over and over and over again. Who is this guy in my train? You gotta go. Okay, cool. Dude, I every single time we add a new car, it just, I don't know, like, it's a weird paradigm where, well, no, is it weird? By adding more content, it feels like the game is a lot more full. Like there's more game. I guess it makes sense. Right? It makes sense, right? By adding more game, there's more game to play, right? It just feels more... Just makes the train feel a little bit more grand, because it's like, you don't know what the hell you're going to get. You know, one time you might get a nuclear bomb, and then you got to maintain a nuclear bomb, or else the whole train explodes. All right, it's been like an hour. Let me do a little standing break, run around for like 30 seconds. Yes. 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 Mandatory must for the spring sale, Super Hire is 50% off. Okay, that's it. That's the okay, thank you. I'll be right back. Hello? What are you guys saying? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The annoying talking guy is gone. What do you mean, annoying talking guy? Hey, hold on a minute. I'm microdosing lead to build up an immunity. Wrong chat. What? Microdosing lead to build up an immunity. Okay, first off, why are you building up an immunity to lead? Second off, maybe I should ask this first. Why the hell are you microdosing lead? That chatter is fucking dead. When's my next standing break? In 30 minutes. Okay. At the 2-hour mark. That's my next standing break. You wouldn't understand it. Make me immune to bullets. Sure, I guess, man. Yeah, sure. I suppose, yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I guess that that makes sense on paper. I think. Maybe. Not medical advice. All right. We got The Office. Yeah. It doesn't? What do you mean it doesn't? It makes total sense. You know what I'm a little worried about? Is certain cars feeling very samey structure-wise just because of like the confines it's in. It's going to be a bit interesting trying to figure out how to solve that problem, or at least provide a little bit of a different structure. I still want the doll/puppet room from the Polar Express. Dude, that'd be terrifying. That'd be terrifying. Terrifying. Scary. Spooky. Why's it gotta be so loud getting out in the air? Why does breathing fresh air gotta be so loud? He's stuck in the crate. Yeah, I don't... Oh, come on. I thought I cleared the navigation up there. Nope, I did not. I swear I thought I did. Maybe that's for a different level, though. There's a bomb guy in here. There's rats in the damn fucking ceiling, man. They're in the attic. And I literally cannot access the attic. Oh, shit. Maybe this should be like a... Maybe this car should have access to the attic. This, I could see this having access to the attic. How would we access the attic, though? Would it just be a random-ass ladder somewhere? Alright. Dude, the sound of the rats. Vents? Should there be like a vent you crawl through and then there's a ladder to go up? That does sound kind of crazy. I don't think there's enough space, though. No, there's not enough space to make it so the vent can go up. Unless the vent teleports you up top. The Steam launch pad. Okay, you for real, man? Steam Launchpad, excuse me. God, these fuckers have, like... They're kind of annoying. I ain't gonna lie. It gets to a point where they're no longer cute. Ugh. We're gonna do this. This is my solution. Get up there. I don't... No, it got one of them. Except now he's just spinning in circles. Oh, shit. Like, we could do like a teleportation vent. The instant you walk into the vent, it like teleports you upstairs. We could, but that doesn't make any sense because there's no vent. There's no space for a vent to go in the second floor. Oh, ay caramba. Yeah, the only thing I can think about is like some sort of ladder access or a staircase that goes upstairs. Otherwise, there's no way. Like that, there's no way to access the upstairs. Otherwise, there's no real way of accessing the upstairs because the vent. Yeah. Well, well, yeah, well. I do want to do an upstairs. I think that'd be cool. Why does it look like that? Why did I model it like this? Am I stupid? I am. It would be cool to do an upstairs for once. Why not make them items they can collect, like a portal ladder? Gives a little recourse management and mini goal for them to go find one. We could, but like, if we have a second floor, we might have some like for example, like the rats spawning in. Now, that being said, there are tasks that you can't necessarily complete until you get an item to do it. Some of them. So the rat infestation could be one of those, in theory. Yeah, we could see how we do this. We could see how we do this. It would be interesting to do like a teleport vent where it's like the instant you walk through it, it just spits you out like in the weirdest like dimensional way. It's like shit, and then it just immediately brings you out into the other side. That could be sick, but I don't know how to do that. I'm too dumb for that. I don't know how to do that because I'm stupid. It'd have to be like a render target thing, like a portal. A portal connecting to the upstairs. Do one of those bank tubes and show the mesh shrinking and getting sucked up. Oh my god, I actually... It's like a fucking... You pull a lever and then all of a sudden... You get sucked up and sent upstairs, and then the way you get down is by just going down the tube. Yeah, okay, wait, hold on. You're kind of spitting. I do like that idea. That could be quite fitting for the office as well. But, like, we'd have to make it really obvious that you have to be the one to go through it. You know what I mean? To get upstairs. Do you think people would be able to figure it out? Tube and a lever. Pull lever, go up. Get sucked up in here. They'd fuck around and find out. True. Air particles sucking in. All right, I like that idea. I like that idea. I think that could be really fun. I like that idea. Let's I guess like technically this is for the industrial windows, but I'm down to put a couple up here just to kind of experiment. Do I not have a 3? Oh, I keep thinking I need a 3-meter wall. Whatever. This is going to be asymmetrical. As with everything in our scenes. Oh, that looks sick though. You could see the second floor from the top area. What if this is the way you get up? Actually, wait. What if there's a fucking doorway to go to the second floor from the second thing here? That could be another way of getting up. Wait a second. Wait a damn sec. Wait. I didn't think of that. Why didn't I think of that? It could be like an open window to go through. Now, would that make sense on a train? No, but whatever. Fuck it. Video games. Video game cinema. I completely missed out on that. Dude, hell yeah. Dude, hell yes. Do I have a 1 meter? Nope. 2 meters, the smallest it goes. Whatever. I do like the idea of this being an open window, actually. I think that's fucking sick. I think that is sick. I'm so down for that. Being like a window you can go through. Where's my blender? Open up blender. Let's go. Let's heckin' go. Let's flip and go. Has anyone ever told you kind of look like Danny Putty? Danny Putty. Yes, I've heard of this before. I have heard of this before. I think. To which I would say, motherfucker, where's your glasses prescription? Where's the window? Oh, here it is. I found it. Okie dokie. You're more handsome than him? Oh, thanks. Shucks. No, but for real, I need glasses? I know. I know. What the hell is this empty for? The fuck is the point of this? I think we had like a mirror modifier on this or something. Paid chatter? Okay, we're gonna make an open window. This one's gonna be open. It's gonna be fucking sick. And then we gotta make custom collision for it because, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. So, here's the idea, okay? We're going to... Put this here. We're gonna separate this. We're gonna make a duplicate of this. This needs to be cut. Okay. Should just be able to select this, no problem. Take these pieces and separate. Well, yeah, separate. I'm gonna duplicate one more cube at the top because we're gonna need that. Your spam filter is too powerful for me? Dude, I don't even have like a spam filter. I'm gonna be real. Anything that's in here is like default YouTube. So if you're saying some shit that's unhinged, it's not me. Trust me, it's not me. I can assure you it is not me moderating any of your messages. You just might be extremely unhinged and I have no say in the moderation. It's just how it is. Grim doesn't care about YouTube chat. He just leaves it rot with default filters. I don't. I even like looked at the like administration stuff to see if I could maybe adjust some of it. And what the hell? I literally like don't have that much control over it. Wait, what the? Who the fuck modeled this? It was me. I'm the one who modeled this. Leave that snowflake platform and come to Twitch where the real deer hang out? Excuse me, deer? Why are you calling your guys' self deer? By the way, I just realized this normal thing is not even going, like, it's not even proper. Because this would have been aligning perfectly with the top section, but it's not. Nice. Piero? I'm now on Twitch. Nice. One of the Twitch safety representatives was adamant that they're a deer. Bro, how do you remember that shit? How do you remember that shit? Seriously, like, let me ask that question. Like, don't get me wrong, I find it, you know, a little weird, but I completely forgot about that. Like, entirely. So I don't know how you remember this shit. Go outside, man. Go outside. Go outside. Oh shit, the inside. Oh shit, the inside glass. I didn't do a very good job of that. Whoopsies. Dude, get this collision out of my face. I am noticing this is also fucking up some of the stuff. That's okay, we'll figure it out. That's okay, we'll figure it all out. I also don't know why that has any sharpness. It's a bit odd. Okay, these two edges need to be pulled down. So should the window go in or the window go out? I feel like it makes more sense if the window goes in. there any Steam presents for the game that I can wishlist yet? What's the roadmap looking like? Currently it is private on Steam. My only game that is my first game release is on Steam, Suit for Hire, which is also 50% off. But for this game that I'm working on, not on Steam publicly yet, unfortunately. Unfortunately. It is not on Steam yet. Okay, set origin. Oh shit. It would appear our window is clipping into a face, which makes sense. I don't know why I angled that face that way. Model a hinge? More like I gotta model a better fucking window, because this is ass. Oh, you know what? I have a better idea. Hold on. I got a better idea. This is gonna be great. I got a better idea. What if we open it like this? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, yeah. That's, yes. Yeah, some say he is a level designer. What he actually is a big fucking idiot. This is how I thought it would be open originally? Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. This is how I thought it would be open. Yeah, sure, whatever. Liar. Yeah, all right, liar. You got me? I know I did. What the hell? I'm putting some slight indicators of like a hinge of some sort here. I do be lying all over your mom. Cook some food? What'd you cook? Yeah, I've been wanting to get into cooking a little bit more because I honestly really I should. With how my diet is, I should be eating some better foods. I haven't been doing too good on that. Should we get some like little sticks sticking out of here? Like hold it into place. So it looks like it's holding it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Good idea. Yeah, possibly. What was the game called? Gun for Hire? Suit for Hire is my released game, if you're curious about that one. I don't want to rotate it too much because the problem then becomes the player might collide with it. Whether or not that happen. I already have it on my wish list. Crazy how the world works, huh? Small world, huh? It was also Ronin, but that's vaporware. Don't call it vaporware. Don't be mean. Even though you're not, like, wrong, but... Come on, man. I don't think this makes sense, because... As some of you might imagine, I'm not an engineer, so this might not make any sense, but... Hey... Fuck it. Should this be asymmetrical? Just on one side? I don't know. What if Krim is working on Ronin in the background, shadow drops it using train slop as a disguise? I'm gonna be honest, guys. I would love to do that. That would be fucking awesome. Like one day I just randomly show you guys what I've been working on. I'm just not that productive. Admittedly, I'm not. I wish I was, but I am not that productive. I am not that productive, unfortunately. I wish I was. That'd be so sick. You're being pretty productive right now? Well, you know, a little bit. Kinda. Yeah, I feel like it should be on both sides. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Whatever. That looks cool. Yeah, well, it's probably not correct, but whatever. How the fuck does it close? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Krim has a mindset of 2000 to 2010 Blizzard, quality over quantity. You just need to multiply himself 100 times and make a company. I don't know. I'm probably gonna be like, I'll probably be like 45. By the time I'm 45, I'll probably only have like 4 games released in my entire, like, at that time and point. Listen, it makes sense mechanically. When you have to fold it in, the things fold downwards, right? It's just, there's no like hinge here where that would connect. Okay? It makes sense, I think. It makes sense. It makes sense. Shh, 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 shh. 4 games by the time you're 45, that's kind of ambitious, no? Well, I'm 28. Hopefully this game is done by the time I'm like, well, hopefully like done as in like already released, finish all the post-release updates, whatever. By the time hopefully I'm 30, maybe 31. Then we work on another game, and hopefully by then that one's done by, I don't know, 35. Then what age was I say? 35. Then, I don't know, update 40. Yeah, we should have 4 games, right? I'm 33 and starting just now in my game, and it's overscoped as fuck. How can you reduce the scope? Crimin, 80 years old, finally finishing Ronin. Dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah. 27, been working on games for 10 years and I don't really have anything I would call a finished game. Well, get on it. What do you want me to tell you? Get on it. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay? Believe in me. Oh, shit. Believe in me that believes in you. If I was able to do it, I think anybody could do it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's literally not fucking right. That's literally not right. This box collider's a bit weird. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm actually gonna do this in edit mode for reasons I cannot explain. Okay, and then this piece, let's create a box for this. And then for the windows on the inside, we need to create 2 boxes. No, but I'm serious. Like, if I was able to somehow release a game, I think anybody could do it. You guys could do it. You guys can do it. This is a custom plugin. Yes, it's called Unreal Engine Assets Exporter. Here, let me. I'll give you guys the GitHub page. It is awesome. It is awesome. I gave up on releasing games. It's because you are a loser. I'm just kidding. That was a very bad joke. I apologize. So we need to rename this. Outer window thick 02. Yes. No, honestly, if you put your mind to it, set a good date for yourself. Follow a good structure, have pillars that you work towards when you come up with your scope and stuff like that. Be realistic with yourself, but also don't be doom and gloom, you know? There's too much doom and gloom in the indie space, and I think it's like really cringe that like we constantly see this like imposed mindset that like everybody wants everybody to feel like, oh, you know, I'm never going to be able to have something successful. I feel like that's the kind of vibe that some people put off in the indie space. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel. Sometimes it feels like people want you to feel a certain way of like, oh, it's never going to happen where I can release something that actually works out. I fucking hate that shit. Let me check the collision real quick. Wait. Oh. What the hell? What the hell? That's not right. Whoopsies. I seem to have fucked up. That's okay though. Easy fix. One person gives up and then they want everyone else to give up too. Like, I don't think that's... It's not entirely that. It's more so like everybody... There's certain people that want you to feel like, oh, don't expect any sort of success. But I don't think that's entirely true. If you don't have any confidence in your game, then yeah, no one else is really going to have any fucking confidence in your game either. Like, you got to have a little level of Can you even jump through this? Yes. Yes. It's a cutthroat world, and if a better game comes out after you release, they take wind out of your sails completely. I don't think that's entirely true. I know a lot of people have been saying, oh, if this game releases, then blah, blah, blah. Here's my opinion. If your game doesn't do well, it's not the other game's fault. It's probably your game's fault. I'm sorry to say, but putting the blame on, well, this game released at the same time that our game released, is just pushing the excuse and the blame on something else, which I don't agree with personally. I think I'm learning that yes, while there is a element of competition to some extent, I think there's space and room for everyone. I think there's space and room for everyone to do well in the space. But pushing the blame on, well, this game that is a lot better released during our release and then it did so much better. Well, yeah, because their game is just a good game. It's not about it's not about your game. It's about the fact that your game maybe just is a problem. It just didn't hit the mark in terms of fun or whatever element it might be. I see that so much. And then also blaming marketing. Oh, my marketing wasn't good enough. Like, maybe certain situations could be like that, but... Come on, get real. Get real. Snowpiercer vibe? Snowpiercer's a bit of an inspiration for sure. Whoop. Oh, dude. We just gotta fix the floor having a little leak. This is sick. Yes! We got a little second compartment. Now, we'll still do the little sucky thingy. We'll still do that. I think that would be fun. But having a little secret window to go through? Oh, shit, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Now, I do need to fix this, the angle of this, and I gotta fix it on all of them, I think. Dude, hell yeah. Oh, sorry. I love the second floor windows, by the way. Now, I probably would do a different type of window for the office windows. Yeah. If you evade accountability for your game's failure, how do you grow from the experience? Right. Like, I think Suit for Hire could have been probably more successful than what it is. It's just... the art style is not very great. It could do a lot of work in there. A lot more polish. Animation polish. Variety in gameplay is a big problem. That's just, like, at its stage is very difficult to fix. Would take me way too much development time. That's one big problem. The game is very run and gun throughout the entire game. It doesn't really have too much of a mix. How successful is Suit for Hire? Well, I am full-time now, so take it how you will. That. I kind of want to fix this angle so that I can bring the window out a bit more. It's just more so like it's literally touching the top of the window. He's a billionaire now. I'm not a billionaire. No. But I think if anything, what it shows is that... here's what it shows. No, I didn't become super giga popular like fucking Schedule 1 or whatever, all these other games that people always love to bring up these very like specific fucking names. It's like blah blah blah. No, but yet I was still successful enough that I could go full-time. You know what I mean? You don't need a crazy success like Schedule 1 or Repo or Peak or whatever to be able to make a living in the space. I have billions of transistors in my GPU. What the hell is a transistor? Being able to go full-time is success to me? For sure. Hell, even before the 1.0, when the 1.0 kind of blew up, I would still say the game was a success because like I learned a lot. I was still able to make a nice amount of financial freedom. Not able to go full-time, but still financial freedom to some extent. Yeah. Fried? Anyways, yeah. My point of view is ignore all of the noise in the game dev space. I know I can be pretty negative about things sometimes, but if there's one thing I will always try to tell people is go out there and make some games, make some marketplace assets, make some passive income, become more independent with your income. Shit's too fucking rough these days. Do not rely on your employer. Do not rely on your employer. You should be a public speaker? Nah. I am a public speaker right here on stream. I'm speaking publicly. There's damn rats in my train. Well, now we can access the upstairs. For sure, Phoenix, but I would also say, like... Here, you can go. I'll let you go. I think... oh, there we go. I was like, I broke his brain. Oh, shit. No, it's definitely something privileged to have for sure. But I think what I'm saying is, I think many people can get to this point. Obviously, it really depends on your living situation. It's always a factor to take into account. Some people have kids that they got to take care of. I get it. I get it, for sure. I get it. Okay, the office space is awesome now. Now that we can go on, like, the second floor, that's kind of sick. Yo, where my sponge at? That's a rubber ducky. I need a sponge. I need... Looking for sponge? Buying sponge. 50k? Oh my fuck. Buying sponge. Oh shit, there's a sponge on the table here. Those lockers need their own sound? No, it's not that the lockers need their own sound. The lockers have the right sound. It's just everything else has the wrong sound. We need some, like, soap and shit on this. That's gonna be something we do here. I think this is not gonna have any, like, impact on the train. It's just gonna have impact on the monsters, and then it'll give you extra income. So this would be, like, a way to get extra... Wait, did that not count as a complete? Now it's set as... Huh. I'm trying to get myself to be able to work 4 hours in a real job and then 4 hours in game dev during my 8-hour remote work day. But I always just feel burnt out that I never pull it off. Here's what I would say instead then. Instead of doing it on a time basis, try doing it on a task basis. Don't do it on a time basis. Do it on a task basis. And also be realistic with yourself. If you feel like you can't do 4 hours every day, or 2 tasks or 3 tasks every day, start with just 1 task. You know, and by that's where, like, I think doing things like having a Trello and stuff is very important, because it helps with kind of keeping you in track, and it also helps with your mental health as well to some extent. Try like doing that, and like it could even be like really small tasks. Start with like some really small tasks, like I don't know, it could be anything. You know, John Deere. Yeah, maybe try doing it on a task basis rather than a time basis. I think, yeah, feeling guilty is definitely a big problem that I've seen people have, which is why I always recommend, like, just know your limits, right? If you feel like you're doing your 4-hour work shift and you're tired as shit, don't force it. Don't force it. Be like, today I'm taking the day off, and just be like explicit with yourself. Be like, today I'm not working on this. And don't force yourself to do it. I've tried to force myself to do stuff. All it does is make you feel like shit. It just doesn't help you. If you know you're tired, take the fucking day off. Take the day off. Tell yourself, I'm taking the day off. Let me play some fucking Deadlock. And then feel bad about playing Deadlock. And then regret that instead. That's literally what I did today with Deadlock. Hell yeah, I can fucking read your I can read your mind. Don't worry, I'm stuck in Ascendant 3. I literally can't fucking get out. It's either I get teammates that are like the Avengers, or I get... What was that, was it hockey? What's that movie where it's the hockey team that like sucks ass? I think it's hockey. I want to say it's hockey. So I just play Street Brawl. Yeah, Street Brawl is a little bit more chill. A little bit more chill. Mighty Ducks. Yes, the Mighty Ducks. Isn't it basketball? That's a different movie. Also very good movie. That's with the motherfucker actor. Shit, what's his name? Samuel L. Jackson. Yes. It's not Deadlock, but Slay the Spire 2. Just be... I think what I would say is be purposeful with your time. If you feel like you want to play some games, don't go in playing the game feeling guilty. I should be working right now. I should be working. Shut up. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself a little bit, but also be honest with yourself. If you look at your Steam and you see 60 hours past 2 weeks and you're like, it's in deadlock, okay, maybe, you know, have a little intervention with yourself. Be like, okay. But I would say, yeah, don't do it on a time basis, because I think that sets you up for... it sets you up to force yourself within a certain time frame. I think doing it based off of tasks instead is a lot more approachable, I feel like. Yeah, dude, I love this second floor. Oh my god, the window and everything. Although you can't just simply walk over it. You have to jump in. Bro, what are you doing in here? You're getting out. Where'd he go? Oh, great. Throw that rat off the train. He might just fall off himself, honestly. Yeah, that's what I would say. Try to do things... Say, I'm going to do this task today. Now, don't do tasks that are like, make entire fucking system. Break down the tasks. Right? Like how I have it here, for example. I have monsters, but monsters is a really big task and it's terrifying to look at. So instead, I kind of try to break it down. And then these could also be broken down into its own tasks as well. So now I get it. For some people, they might not have the experience to know how to break it down. I don't know, just just try to watch a tutorial or something to kind of get an idea of direction and whatnot. Like, I get it. So, but breaking down stuff is very helpful into like little separate tasks, so then I have directions. Anyways, hold on, I gotta do my little standing stretching break because my body is in shambles, and so I'm trying to make a difference in my body. Recently learned about using epics. Epic is a single feature or piece of content, and you break up the epic into individual tasks and that each take like an hour or two mask. Yeah. And also make small tasks. Come up with stuff that's like a fun little thing that you know you can get done. Another thing I would say is set a max. Set a max amount of work you do every day. I know that sounds counterproductive. It's like, oh, but I'm on a roll. The problem is, once you're on a roll and you keep trying to push your on a roll, what happens tomorrow? What happens the day after? Listen, it's not a sprint. It's a fucking marathon, okay? And I'm not talking about the video game. So, share stream is my favorite. Keep some tasks for the next guy, who's tomorrow, who's you. Next guy tomorrow, you. You were the next guy. Or gal, or whatever. L take, when in the zone, stay in the zone. Nah, man. Space it out. Space it out. If you have ADD, there's no such thing as tomorrow. Okay. Once you have things like ADD, ADHD, various, things that kind of affect your productivity in ways that you don't really have too much control over, that's a whole different discussion. I'm not a doctor, so consult your doctor, or consult a professional who can assist you with getting that going. That's a whole different battle. I get it. Have you ever tried to come back to a project after a month? It's so hard to get back into. I tried to reopen, I reopened Suit for Hire to release that patch, and I was like, where the fuck is everything? What the hell is this? Where the hell am I? It was confusing as hell. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, do that. You got this. I think at its core, though, the big question becomes sometimes, do you really care for the thing that you're working on? That's a big one too. If you're not caring for the thing you're working on, it's hard to open up the thing because you don't really want to open up the thing. Now, there's obviously the discussion of, okay, there comes a point where you have to realize, are you not liking the thing because you just don't like the thing? Or do you not like the thing because now you got to work on something that's outside of your comfort zone that's difficult to work on, so you feel like you have to quit? There was so many game projects where I started to have to do level design and environment art, and I felt like quitting. And then I just keep redoing projects and starting at the beginning point, which I would call the honeymoon phase. And then I'd keep quitting after the honeymoon phase is over. So sometimes you just got to realize, why is it that you don't want to open the thing as well? Kind of just come to terms with, like, what is it? That could be a bit of discovery as well. So yeah, I get it. Everything felt alien. Dude, all of the code in Suit for Hire is like all over the place, man. The level select system, everything is kind of all over the place. It's rough. It's rough. About to dive into a project I haven't touched since 4.2. Brother, 4.2 is when I first started Unreal or game development in general. Motherfucker, that's like 13, 14 years ago or something. That's a while ago. Well, hell yeah. I gotta order some food. Well, do I have any food in the fridge? I got eggs. Can I really leave the stream to cook food, though? How do I deal with scope creep? Biggest thing is you have pillars and an overall vision for how the game should be experienced, right? You don't need a gigantic game design document. You just need pillars, like things to, this is what the focus is. This is how I want people to experience this. Blah, 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 blah. What is the character? What's their inspiration? Shit like that. And then you ask yourself, whenever you're adding in a piece of scope or a feature that you want to put in, there's a few questions I would ask yourself. A, how much time is it going to take? B, how much value does it provide to the player overall in the game? And C, does it work towards the big picture, which is your entire game as a whole? If it feels super outside of the realm of what the game is supposed to be, just put it on your ideas list, but don't focus on it. Don't work on it. That's what I would say. I would look at those factors. There's probably a few other factors I could probably think of. I just, that's like the biggest ones. It's like, how much value is this going to give to the game by doing certain changes. You're in Toronto. I live in Montreal. I used to, when I first moved to Canada with my parents and everything, I used to live in Montreal. I don't remember where in Montreal it was, but I still remember our first winter there. It's like probably like 20 years ago or 18 years ago. Everything got fucking frozen. Everything froze. Even, I still remember we had to use candles in the house. And my father was in a train coming back from work, and the train froze. Holy moly. Crazy. I was in Toronto last year. Hell yeah. Toronto has changed quite a bit over the years. For better and for worse in some scenarios. Canada's in a bit of an interesting spot. The train froze. I think the tracks froze, so they had to like stop the train and shit. So he was basically like stuck. I don't remember what the deal was, but yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. You're staying in Chinatown. Oh, you were in near like Spadina, probably, I'm guessing. I'm assuming you're on Spadina. Yeah. Some good food places over there. Some good food places. Some good food spots. Did I miss any questions that anybody asked? Here's the thing, by the way, guys, as well. Spadina and Queen. I know exactly. Yeah, I know. Spadina and Queen. Isn't there McDonald's? Is the McDonald's over there? Yeah, the McDonald's is there, I think. Yeah, that spot's kind of sketch. That's when I get near that street, I walk a little bit faster, and by a little bit faster, I just hey, get me the fuck out of here, man. Is that a real place? It's a street. Spadina. Very popular street because if you drive down towards the lake or harborfront, towards harborfront, there's a highway entrance in that area, so it's a pretty popular street. Imagine walking at 2 a.m. every day along Spadina. There's one time I walked maybe at 1 a.m. or midnight to go somewhere in Toronto. There's certain streets I would not go on that street alone. It's a city at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Just like how fucking New York City can be dangerous, just how like Detroit can be dangerous, just like how any city can be dangerous at night. You know, it's just like, gotta be careful. All I know about Canada is moose and maple. Maple syrup? Mmm. Don't forget about the igloos. You know, I actually, there was a time, a long time ago when I was younger. Where did we go? Where did we end up? I don't want to say Florida. I want to say it was like somewhere south of Buffalo. What's south of Buffalo? What is south of Buffalo? Pennsylvania. Okay, I want to say we were in... Where were we? We were probably... I want to say like near Pittsburgh, probably. Where were we? Anyways, we were in the US, not even that far from the fucking border, right? Because Buffalo's pretty fucking close to Canada. Not even that far from the border. And we walked into like a Fuck, what's that one fast food place that everybody goes when they're high, and even the fucking marketing knows that everybody only goes there when they're high, when they need like munchies and shit. We walked in there for breakfast, and the person that was there, we told them that we were from Canada, and they were genuinely like, oh, so like, do you guys like ride horses and shit? Is it the one where people fight? I don't know. That could be anything. That could be anything. Fast food places in the U.S. Hold on, I can find the name. It was... God, there's so many fucking places. I don't think it was Carl's Jr. It was... It's got to be in here. Jack in the Box. Yeah, Jack in the Box. No, it was a Jack in the Box. I don't know why we went to a Jack in the Box. I think my father randomly thought of going there. And one of the people actually genuinely thought like Canadians actually like rode horses and like lived in like igloos. Like thought that we lived in like a fifth world country. There's something. And you don't? I don't. You built the Jack in the Box's website? What the hell? You live in walls made from paper. That's fair. It's true. Yeah, not wrong. There's a little bit of concrete here and there. Come on, man. Oh, shit. Does this actually move him? I don't know if it actually moves him. I think that just bugs out his movement. My walls are all solid cement. Must be cold. Do you have anyone working on the music so sound for... are you just going solo diff for this train stop? One of my siblings might toy around with some of the music. Sound stuff is mostly myself, though. Mostly myself. But, like, everything right now is just myself doing it. Actually, that's not true. I can't take all the credit. My partner has started doing some modeling and learning modeling and stuff. And, she modeled the air horn. She modeled the trombone. That's probably somewhere in here. She modeled the... What else did she model? The record player? Somewhere around here. So, I can't take all the credit. Technically not solo. That would be disingenuous. That would be wrong. Huh. I made a stucco material and substance design. It's the first thing I made without tutorial assistance. Are you proud? Of course I'm proud. Are you proud? That should be the question you ask. What do I do for sound stuff? I just pick up a library and then try to fit it in. Nothing too crazy. My wife tried to get into 3D model at one point, but she gave up after 30 minutes. My partner, don't get me wrong, it took her a while to really get into it, to actually like start doing things. First, for some reason, she installed a 3D modeling software on her phone. To which I said, what the fuck are you doing? And then I tried to get in her Blender, and then it took a while before she, like, pushed through it. Obviously, I had to kind of, like, teach her along the way. 3D modeling software on phone goes hard. Like, stop what you're doing. What? It's like, I tried 3D modeling. It's like, no, you tried a fucking 3D app on your phone. No, but she's getting the hang of it now. And she's starting to texture stuff in Substance Painter now, too. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. How do you feel about AI in game dev? I just don't care for it. I don't care for it. I'm not going to use it. I just don't really care for it. What about for people learning? I think it's okay, but you got to be very careful because AI uses information from the internet, and unfortunately that includes Reddit, and Reddit is not exactly the best place for certain things. So, yeah. Yeah, so yeah. I don't want to make an AI do stuff I want to do. Some of you guys sometimes are like, why don't you just use the 3D generative shit? One, it's gonna make garbage. Two, I like modeling. So like, why would I let a robot steal the thing that I have fun with? Anyways, I gotta figure out food, and then we gotta figure out the next thing to do. We gotta figure out the next thing to do. Should we work on another car? We got the office. Should we make another one? What could we do? What could we do? Let's see. The office is in progress. I prefer to let AI do boring shit like write doc. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll use like in here. I'll use the Notion AI sometimes. We did that just to try to come up with some different like names for the company, but it's very like minute, stupid shit. Fixing grammar for stuff. But fixing grammar in a way that it doesn't add text fluff, because AI loves to add text fluff to literally everything, and it just makes it sound so generic and shit. I just fix my horrendous English grammar. That's it. Had an awkward moment with my manager this morning because he was surprised that I didn't have a team of AI agents writing apps for me during my free time. Let me tell you guys a story. And I'm 100% certain. I'm 99% confident that it was because some dumbass intern used AI for something. Someone was looking at like their student loan stuff, and then suddenly the student loan value on like the front page, separate from like statements and stuff like that, was like 10x the actual amount, which gave them a heart attack. Because they're like, what the fuck happened? Why is my student loan owing now like 10x the amount? But then in the actual pages, it was fine. So you had to like, the front page was wrong, and then the other pages where you look through the statements and whatever was fine. I fucking 99% bet you it was some dumbass intern using AI in the web coding, and that happened. I guarantee I'll put money on that it was some dumbass like person who used AI and then pushed to main. How much money you betting? I'll bet $200. I'll put 200 on that. A casino cart? I would do a casino cart. Like, that would be great. Like a Las Vegas kind of vibe. Everything's fucking loud and making noises. And then when the power goes out, can you imagine everything just stops making noise anymore? That would be so creepy. I tried to use Grok, but it ended up making Sex with Did I read that right? Sex with Hitler 3? I had to watch someone demo Cloud to vibe code a tool on his last day, and I've spent the last week cleaning up after his mess. Is this the FTL soundtrack? Yeah, it is. It's just like auto playing now. But it plays some bangers. Spotify figures out some stuff sometimes. Yeah, anyways, I don't really care about that AI stuff personally. I think the thing that really annoys me is when people try to like tell me I should be using that. It's like, no, Fuck off. Go make your $1 million with your AI thing and let me know how it goes. Let me know how coding your $1 million project goes. I'll be here. I'll be here. I'll be here for you to cry on a shoulder. I'll have my shoulder ready. I'll have a little bib and everything so you can cry on my shoulder. When shit probably does not work out. And then you need to hire a professional who actually codes to fix things. You know if the forward vector is negative z or z? I get confused. Z is up, man. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. It's not y up. It's z up. Okay. The fact Godot does z whatever, not up, crazy. This is not rage bait. This is not. Now you're probably gonna be like, well, if you were making a 2D game, is X is this way? What's up? Okay, Y. But then when you do a 3-dimension, Z is up. I'm sorry. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay. X is forward, unless it's a character model. Then Y forward. I don't know which fucking dumbass did that in Unreal Skeletons. I don't know who did that, but they should be fired permanently, forever. I can't wait for AI to implode. I think from a financial standpoint, it will implode at some point. There's like ridiculous amount of fucking money. Fake money. By the way, I'm going to call it imaginary money because they're talking like billions upon billions of dollars. It's like what that doesn't make any sense. Where's that money coming from? I'm telling you, it's drugs. It's Fent. They're cycling the Fent money. That's what they're doing. It's money laundering the Fent money. They didn't know where to put the Fent money. They're like, fuck, how do we launder the Fent money? Okay, let's come up with like a weird bubble to create in the stock market. That's it. It's Fent money. All these companies, it's Fent money. That's what it is. Anyways. I do 3D modeling, and so many people have told me things like, don't waste your time. Can't AI do that much better? In a few years, games are going to be made with AI. Shut up. Shut up. Ask them what job they do. And then most likely, it's probably a job that they will probably end up being replaced first. If that were actually to happen. Oh, you're an accountant? Don't worry. AI will take that job. It's just numbers anyways. It's just numbers and forms and shit. That's it. Grok, at Grok, do my accounting. I need to launder $500,000. You gonna do so? Anyways, hold on. I gotta figure out what to eat. Food. What engine am I using? It's a V8. It's got a turbo on it. 5-liter. I'm trying to come up with all of the car terms that I can come up with, but I can't figure it. I'm just not good enough. It's Unreal Engine, which is like a V12. It could explode at any fucking moment. Could explode at any moment in time. A V8 would be a twin turbo. Okay, listen here, car person. Thank you. I do actually kind of want to learn more about cars. I find it very interesting. like the engineering that goes into it is crazy. Like how we got to this point with cars. Can you believe it? It's kind of insane how we got to this point with vehicles. I have 3+ years of experience in Roblox Studio. Do you think I should give Unreal a try? I'd say give it a shot. The thing is, it'll be quite different for you because Roblox Studio, if I remember correctly, is all Lua if you're doing a lot of coding stuff. You could try Godot, try Unity, try all of them. Give them all a little shot. See which one tickles your fancy. Yeah. My manager was also baffled that I don't have any monthly subscriptions to any AI. Your manager's a fucking doofus, but I guess that's most managers these days. Manager who gets paid like 5x you and gets bonuses and then doesn't actually know what they're doing. Probably got put there through nepotism. You should use AI. Person who doesn't know what they're talking about. You have to script absolutely everything. Yeah, like the nice thing with Unreal is blueprints. It's a little bit more approachable. At least it was a lot more approachable for me. So I would say if you're down to try that, give it a try. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like coding. It's basically coding. It's just visually. What Unreal version is this? 5.6? 5.6? 5.6.1. 5.6.1. I'm on 5.6.1. Hey, peace out, Fried. Enjoy your food. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for food. And then we'll continue working on stuff. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. 5.6.7. Mods, shoot that man with a water gun. Hello. I'm off to go commit crimes. Have a nice day, chat and Crimson. Hey, peace out, and don't do that. I feel like legally I have to say don't do that. What's this? What's this emote? Better be good. No, okay, fine. You know what? Fine. I feel like we already have this. We use lumen or volumetric fog or volumetric louds or ambient occlusion or occlusion calling. I use ambient occlusion and volumetric fog, but not lumen. I'm on DX11. The occlusion culling is annoying because now it's only GPU occlusion culling and there's no CPU. So there's a 1 frame delay sometimes, which really sucks. That is the biggest blunder they did, in my opinion. I get it, it's probably for nanite and stuff, but like, why can't you just re-enable, make it a setting to do CPU occlusion? I thought that was annoying. But yeah, I don't, the ambient occlusion is a bit annoying because once you change the screen percentage, so I'll show you guys. So look at this, this looks fine and normal, but once we do screen percentage 70, which is what the game is going to default to, do you guys see that ghosting going on? Now there are console commands to reduce it, but for some reason, the instant you reduce the screen percentage, everything goes kaput. Everything gets fucked up. It like, look at the edge here, and like look at the there's like a darkness that like stretches. It looks really shit. There are console commands to fix that. AO dot if I remember correctly, it's like something temporal, if I remember correctly. Yeah. It's the distance field AO. I don't know. I won't lie to you. I feel like the more you try to work against UE5 and the features that they're putting in, the more I feel like it's a fucking pain in the ass sometimes. It just... yeah, I don't know. I'd understand why... I would understand why some people would stick to UE4, but there's just like a lot of really nice features in UE5 and a lot of optimization stuff that's nice. It's just... if only I could just... not have the other shit that I don't really care for. Do I have a GeForce GPU? I have an RTX 3070 Ti. I don't think that's an RTX specific issue. The anti-aliasing, or not anti-aliasing, the DFAO, distance field AO having that issue. I don't think it's the... it could be the anti-aliasing. What's it at? It's 1. Yeah, see, this is no anti-aliasing, and it still occurs. I think it's literally just a distance field ambient occlusion issue, and something with, I don't know. I'm not a graphics guy. I've tried to learn a little bit about it. It's just too much for me. If you put MSAA anti-aliasing, it won't happen. See, I can't test that unless I'm in forward rendering. I know in 5.7 you can turn on MSAA, but... with AO, I always get a weird dithering effect. Plus, other objects have shadows on the other sides. That sounds like distance field ambient occlusion. What I would say is look at your objects and then look through all of the different, like, profiles in here, and then you should be able to slowly figure out where that problem is specifically. But... always a white flash. That's probably your exposure or your auto exposure. So you could probably look at your exposure settings. I always default my exposure settings to like very close to each other, so they don't really have that issue, but it does sometimes happen. I still don't know what to get for food. If I even want to get food. I'm hungry though. I saw pizza, but like, I don't know, I ain't vibing with pizza. Pizza I feel like is not like, it's filling, but not in a good way. You know what I mean? You know? I feel like pizza's not really like a good type of filling, you know? Maybe I get banh mi. Get some banh mi. Some Vietnamese. MSAA is like 16x the cost compared to default. Dude, every time I hear about MSAA, everyone's like, this is the godsend. It's the best AA. I feel like it comes from people like John Nanite who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then honestly, realistically, what ends up happening is like, it actually kind of sucks because it's like so much more costly. And I think at the end of the day, anti-aliasing is just a problem that hasn't really been solved yet. A lot of people say the solution to anti-aliasing is up-resing everything. But it's like, how realistic is that, right? There's no winning with UE5. I just like using FXAA. FXAA is the best one. I will say, using TSR is kind of crazy when you lower the screen percentage. Like, I was actually kind of blown away by what it does. Let me see if I remember which value it is. I think it's 2? 3? Which one was it? Was it 4? Wait, hold on. TSR. TSR, kind of crazy. I won't lie. I know a lot of people are like, oh, super, but like, this is if I put the screen percentage down to like 40 or 30. Like, obviously, there's some... the fog, we'd have to fix that. But, like, it's kind of crazy how it makes everything look so sharp, even though the screen percentage is so much lower. It is kind of crazy, I gotta say. Just, like, what it can do. It's kind of crazy. Pretty impressive. All right, hold on. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat. I think I'm gonna buy a Vietnamese sandwich. Vietnamese sandwich. Another fellow TSR lover. I don't use it often. I'm just stuck with FXAA because I feel like it's a nice middle ground between non-anti-aliased and like it looks okay. But I gotta say the TSR is pretty impressive in certain scenarios. It's pretty impressive in certain scenarios when you like lower your screen percentage a shit ton. Here's the thing. Just put all the fucking settings in. Just let people choose. Even though some people will choose probably the worst setting for themselves, but... I think, again, it also heavily depends on the game you're making, I think, as well. You know what I mean? I think it heavily depends on the type of game you're making. Some anti-aliasing will work better for some, versus others might not work best. How are these sandwiches $12? Are these like a large sandwich or are these a small sandwich? Huh? Why is it only $12? Is there a setting to make it large? Is there a large setting? Who is entering the room? The worst AA was MFAA, motherfucker anti-aliasing. No reason to use it at 100% screen percentage. This game, I want to default it to like 70% screen percentage because I feel like most of these friendslop games kind of go into that territory and it just kind of looks more within the style, I guess. Just looks a lot more within the style of what we'd want. Okay. Oh, I can get a deal for Toop on me for $20. Alright, I'll try it out. Alright, I'll give it a try. Alright, I'll give it a try. It worked best for racing games where there's usually just one vector of motion. Again, a good scenario where certain anti-aliasing works for certain games, and then it doesn't in other situations. Rubber Ducky, what you doing? What's the title of this game? It's gonna be called Train Rot? There's no Steam page yet. No Steam page yet. Alright, let's try this place out. See if it's good. Hey, can someone fix that gear? Put that gear in place. All right. Time to get some work done. I've got food on the way. Oh, I think. I placed the order, but we'll see. Oh, wow. That's pretty far. Yeah, you know, it's not that bad. My dasher when he finds out where I live. Ah, damn it! All right, engine. Like I said, I don't really like the sound effects for this task. It's very, like, it's loud. It's kind of annoying. All right, what's next on the chopping block? What do we got next on the list? We should probably work a little bit on the monsters. I admit, I should probably work on the monsters a bit. But yeah, well, Is it horror or a more survival game with a fixing train? It's both, kind of. Both. A co-op survival horror where you got to keep the train running. Right now, basically, there's a timer that keeps the route going, and as long as you fuel the train, you'll keep going. This is probably going to be changed. We're going to change this entirely, I think. The way that we're going to end up doing it. But, yeah, a future date. That's a future date. Sounds fun. Hopefully. I've not had the opportunity to do like proper play testing yet because there's a ton of like gameplay elements that are still kind of missing and whatnot. I know that's kind of counterproductive, the whole concept of like prototype early. But yeah. Can he see me through glass? I don't think he can. We'll have to probably change that. I kind of want to do, you know what I kind of want to do? I know we have the hand thing, but I feel like items you can loot. I feel like we should slightly highlight the object. You guys think yes, yay, nay, highlight the object a little bit? Feels amazing even at this stage. Hopefully. I think there's still quite a bit to do. But I think one big thing is when you hold up an item, it's like static. I wouldn't mind adding a little bit of like a lag to it. Show with and without the highlight. Yeah, I guess I'd have to. Yeah, let's try it out. Let's try it out. I know it's a very minute detail, but it's something to do right now because I don't feel like... well, you know what we could do after this? Let's try it out, see if it looks okay. And then what I wouldn't mind doing is maybe working on another car. Or we continue on the library car a little bit. We got a couple things we need to do here. Yeah. I wouldn't mind, maybe we could get started on the laundromat or the kitchen or work a little bit more on the apartments. Yes. Ideas. Or even being able to maybe buy items. That could be kind of cool. Working on the shop system a little bit more. Here's the problem. All of the items have their own system. Really stupid. I know. I know. Trust me. I'm a doofus for that, but alas. Unless we do what I did with Suit for Hire, with certain items, it's like a duplicated item that's inverted, so it looks like it has an outline. I have done that before. Not using inheritance. Yeah, I haven't been doing a very good job. Like, just the materials. I haven't been using a centralized material, which is really, you know, obviously very silly. Very silly, of course. Very silly. It's very silly of me. Kind of hard too for certain items, like the air horn, for example, because it does like little mouth. Does that whole effect and whatnot, but yeah. I am curious what we could do for the effect, though. I think what we could do is turn it into a material function. And then just use like custom primitive data or something. Does this use custom primitive data? It does. For index 1. Wait, what is it using for index 0? Oh, damage. Oh, but damage isn't being used. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Ah, whatever. Let's try index value 2. So let's make a material function. Item highlighting. And this would only appear on items that we can put in our backpack. So let's start with a lerp. How do I put an input in here? Input. So if there's any emissive that we need to put in here, then that will work. Then we need a constant in here. Highlighting, let's do index 2, because I doubt anything will be using index 2. What's an execution wire? Enable execution wire? Huh? So in here, we'll do sine wave plus 1 divided by 2 with a time node over a time span of 2 seconds. Okay, let's see if this works. So let's start with, I guess, the air horn. Highlighting. Item highlighting. I wonder whatever parameter's in here, if it's gonna... Oh, look at that. It appeared here because this is in here. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can spawn an air horn. Okay, so now, whenever we hover over an item, we need to set its custom primitive data. Let's do that in the item pickup. Highlighting data float, data index 2, highlighting is it true or false? So just do that. Honestly, this is fine for now. Okay. Now, let's see how I did the hand system. Oh, trace for interactables. Okay. Let's see where I use this. This will be able to determine things. Oh, I use it in 2 places. Primary action and on tick. Okay, so this is where we are. Oh, it just blanket sets the grab hand crosshair. What am I trying to do? We're going to add a highlight to items that we're hovering over that can be picked up. Don't know if it'll stay in the game, but, you know, that's okay. Last hovered world item. This, we want to do an item pickup. Which means we're going to cast to it. As long as I did my code properly, this shouldn't cause a big memory issue because there shouldn't be too many references in that object. Now, if there are a ton of references in that object, we got some optimizing to do. Because the item pickup should have like no references to anything. It should just be like code, for the most part. Just add a material on top of any actor? Are you talking about layering stuff? I have a feeling I know what they did here. They like... Yep. I know exactly what they did. I did this in Suit for Hire. This is for like an outline. Right now I'm just doing like a little missive material. I don't know if I'll do an outline. So the next thing we need to do is if we hit nothing, actually, I think we're going to want to do it like this. Dude, I haven't played Ball X Pit in a while. But man, the jams are good. The jams are good. We'll do a get. Validated. This means that we've highlighted something, but we're no longer highlighting it. And then we're going to clear the reference. Okay. So, we only have the material in the air horn. I need to find an air horn. Let me put it in some other shit too. It's just so I'm not trying to battle with the system here. The bandage. Highlighting. Like, I don't know if we'll do like a two-sided emissive structure thing. Okay, let's see. How about the developer menu? Dude, a developer menu would be a really good idea. You're not wrong. The developer menu would 100% be a really, really good idea. I'm not disagreeing with you. Would definitely be a very nice thing to have. Yep, really would be right about now. Yep, would be really nice. Oh. It's not bad. We could tone it down even more. I'm not opposed to it. What do you guys think? Is it okay? Let's tone it down a shit ton. Let's tone it down a bunch, right? 0.01. It is only 1% emissive intensity, and this would only appear on items that you can actually like put in your backpack. Other items that you can't put in your backpack, like this, for example, because it's spiky and would hurt you, would probably show that item's too heavy or something. Would be like a okay, that's a bomb. Hold on. Would show like a little pop-up or something. Plunger doing some crazy shit. That way it's like a nice little indicator that something can be put into your pocket. Okay, dude, honestly, I like this because it's a lot more subtle. You see how subtle that is? Very slight glow. We could even put a Fresnel... We could even put a Fresnel on it. If we want to. Yeah, let's put a Fresnel on it. Something like that. That could be sick. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Cooking? Cooking? Hmm. I love how editing that material function is like, when you compile it, it's almost instantaneous. Oh, that's a good feeling. All right, this is a joke. Give me one of the 2 items I need. Okay, thank you. That looks pretty good. Chat, what do you think? Dude, we need a like a rotating system. That's not bad, right? Right? What do you guys think? Nice little highlight. Very subtle. It's a bit of an indicator that it'll go into your inventory. What if the inventory slot that it would go into starts being highlighted too? No, we don't really need that. Is that extra? It's a little extra. But that would show, hey, that's going to go into your inventory. I can't wait if you jump into that. Instead of it doing that sound, it's like a metal pipe sound. Yes, dude. Those are the kind of features I want. You hit your fucking head accidentally into a pipe. You gotta be like really careful where you sprint. Go put it in now, that's content. Guys, come on. You need to get knocked out for like 10 seconds. Like, I would probably, yeah. I think that shit's so fucking funny, dude. I think that shit is so funny. Okay, here's a problem. Coal item only appears... Okay, I know how I can fix this. Okay, good. The ad works. We need to make so item highlighting can only appear if the item is able to be picked up, which is in its data table. And I forgot the Boolean. It's somewhere in here. Get carryable. Yep. Okay, there you go. Tokyo Spliff is streaming. The guy's insane. Is Tokyo Spliff the making his own engine shooter game guy? If I remember correctly. Yeah? That dude's cool. He's chill. He's a chill guy. I think I might reduce how much the Fresnel is impacting it. Okay, now we did that to the air horn, the bandage, the briefcase. The briefcase we won't be doing that to. The hand crank flashlight. Okay. All right. The record player you can't put in your backpack, so don't need to bother doing that. The trombone you can put in your backpack. I think what I might do is I will make it highlight the item. You know what would be so cool? If the highlight... So, okay, the only way I can get that to work is I have to make the item icon in the inventory a GPU material. Because then I can use time and a sine wave with the same value to then match up how it would highlight in the world versus on the UI. So they both highlight at the exact same time. And that would be cinema. I'm just... Cinema. That'd be... Cinema. Dude, hell yeah. I haven't stood up in a while. I gotta take my standing break soon. Okay, toilet plunger. Put it in. Don't look at the spaghetti. It's fine. It's fine. It's al dente. It's al dente. I actually don't like al dente. I know. I'm crazy. I'm 6% Italian based off of a DNA test. Maybe that's why I don't like al dente, because I'm not 100% Italian. Do we have any other items in here? I know the fire extinguisher needs a proper material. We'll have to do that someday. Right now it's using a bunch of material IDs. But that needs its own material. I think that's everything. Oh, the rubber ducky. The rubber ducky you can put in your inventory. We need to change this. This is not going to work. This is not going to work out, because like this is not going to work. Let's just say it's not going to work. We need to come up with like a more unified general material for items. But now, when we load in, that will glow a little bit. The coal will glow. Oh yeah, it feels more like a video game. This you can't put in your inventory. We need to delete that cube, because it literally provides no value at all. Yeah. I think it should be when you're close to the item it glows. Like, I guess we could do that. Uh-oh, I think the sponge uses a different material type. Or am I also going to have a scan feature like in Repo/Lethal Company? Does Repo have a scan feature as well? Hold on. Yeah, I guess like we could make it glow a bit when you're close. I like it though. It does gamify it a little bit. That's what a trombone sounds like in my mind. Yeah, I don't know if Repo has a scan mechanic. I know it has a map, but I don't know if the map shows you where items are. We gotta fix items spawning into the ground. Not cool. Oh, there's a bomb in the locker. Yeah, alright. It sort of automatically does it? How to scan items in repo. Scan items? Oh. Oh, it like does a UI element when you first see an item. Oh, it even shows on the map. That it's kind of cool. Okay, that's cool. It's like an initial scan, so you know where things are. It's not like a distance-based thing. It's just like a, well, it's a distance-looking thing as well. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Hold on. Give me a second. Hey, jump scare. Bedtime for EU Frog. Bane, take it easy. 22:30 p.m. That's not how the PM works, man. That's not how the PM works, dude. That's not how PM works. I think I'm gonna hop out. I just got my food. I'm gonna eat some of my food. I was gonna do a longer stream, but like I'm not gonna eat and then I'm gonna be honest. Once I'm done eating, I'm gonna like I'm gonna want to chill. So, good stream today. I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. I really want to do more progress on this game before I turn 30 years old. Which, you know, is 2 years away, but like that's still like, hey, we need to when you get some shit going. Come on. So might stream tomorrow. We'll see. But thanks for dropping by, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you guys sticking around, lurking, chatting, sticking around. I'm going to eat my sandwich. Yeah. Keep playing audio and not in range. It's in the audio queue. I'll just quickly show this before I go. In the audio queue, the virtualization mode, set that to play when silent. Play when silent. There you go. Okay. All right. Goodbye. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.